What's up, Titans fans? It's your boy CD back again with another episode of TitanUp 2day. This episode is a post-game reaction to Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers game that just concluded right now, 27-24 in a loss. But no need to delay, we'll get right down to it. All right, you guys, let's just get right into this recap. A tale of two halves is the best way to put this. I'd like to start off by saying we did not deserve to win this game. I'm just happy as a fan that we didn't get blown out. I'm happy that we turned it around in the second half, played a little bit of defense, and found a way to keep this game close. If we would have lost by 35, 40 points, I would not have been surprised. The way we played in the first half was just absolutely abysmal on the defensive side of the ball. At one point in time, I believe they were 7 for 7 on third down conversions. We could not get off the field. Statistically speaking, we already know this is an issue for us. We're last in third down conversion percentage as a defense. We will be last again after this week is over with. And it's just bad. It's just bad all the way around. We did figure it out. So try to look at this game, literally two separate halves, and break it down. The first part of the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers do what we do in the fourth quarter. They did to us in the first quarter. They just kept us off the field. We literally ran 3 plays, and they ran, I think, 20 plus plays before 28 plays before we even ran our fourth play. It was just bad. They ran the ball. They slowly just took the ball. Big Ben, I think he only threw one. They had one explosive play the entire game, which is good. It's what we wanted to do. Claypool, we held him in check the entire game, which is awesome. But they just checked down the entire. It was so hard to watch. As a defense, I can expect them. They're playing this bend but don't break, making sure that nothing goes over their head. But it was just like 5 yards, just a death by 1,000 cuts. Kept moving the ball early in the game, running the ball when they wanted to, throwing the ball when they wanted to. Deontay, he had a great game. Number 18, Deontay Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers had an absolute beast of a game. We couldn't tackle. We didn't. It was just little basic stuff, fundamentals that like we teach our football, our youth football leagues. You know, if you're a defensive end, outside linebacker, contain. If you're a cornerback, use the sideline, but contain. Bring everything back into the middle of the field. There's no way that James Conner just keeps bouncing every single run outside of our guys and just running for 10 yards a pop, it seemed like at some point in time. It was ugly to start. Even on our offensive side, penalties, everything that we don't do, that we pride ourselves in, being disciplined, doing all the basics and fundamentals correctly, and being strong mentally. It was just it was a horrible first half. Definitely the worst first half of football that we've had this season. But we found this inspiration, I guess, inside the locker room. I don't know if Vrabel just turned the whole locker room upside down, if he just sat them down and talked to them gently and explained to them that they need to wake up. But the defense played a totally different ball game. In the second half, we looked really, really good. Gave us an opportunity to stay in the game and keep the game plan as we like to do. Run the ball with Derrick Henry. It's the first time we've lost in Derrick Henry's career whenever he's at 20 plus carries. But we just couldn't figure it out. And at the end, it's difficult because, again, we look back to week 1, the Broncos game. We missed 4 field goals. We should have lost that game. If we lose that game, you say, man, we lose it. We lost the game because Gostkowski couldn't make a field goal. Fast forward, even last week, Gostkowski misses a couple kicks, and you're just like, oh, is this going to happen again? And it's trickled over into this week, and we're looking at it. Brett Kern, I told you guys 100 times, I tell you 100 times more, the best punter in the league, drops the snap coming at him. The center couldn't snap the ball correctly. Even Brett Kern had a difficulty on I believe it was the extra point that we ended up tucking in, had difficulty picking it up because Bo Brinkley, our long snapper, was having difficulty getting the ball to him. It was sloppy. Kickoff return, Khalif Raymond fumbling the ball all over himself, whatever, to end. It was thing after thing after thing that completely blew this game out of proportion. Obviously, we saw the way we played in the second half, this is how the game should have looked the entire 60 minutes. If we play this way the entire game, it's a totally different. I will say Big Ben is an efficient quarterback. To me, he looks like the Tom Brady that we see, just checking everything down, just taking what is there. And we gave him a lot, but at the end of the game, we definitely toughed it out and did some big things to keep us in the game. Ryan Tannehill, he just does it. I don't know. He's like a magician at times. Like, he finds a way just to keep moving this offense and score points whenever we needed to. That last drive on the way down, the intentional grounding, obviously, it is what it is, but that throw that was on the edge was just, we're talking about a yard away from a touchdown and the game is over with. We had to we had to kick a field goal, and he just misses it. It wasn't blocked. It wasn't a bad snap. He just missed it. And it's a story that we can look back, like I said, the entire season, there's been opportunities for us to lose games. We have to come back a lot, but we played to this talent. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they are a good team. Congratulations to the Steelers fans, that whole nation, congrats. But they're definitely beatable, and we saw that running the ball and through the air. We can do pretty much whatever we want to. We had talent. You can tell for sure that Jonnu Smith was not healthy 100% in this game, as he didn't play as well as he could play on a day-to-day. But all in all, we lose this game 27-24. I would have liked to see it go to overtime. I think this definitely had the making of a historical classic type game, and we fell short on a field goal. It'd been nice to have back-to-back overtime victories, but we'll have to wait. Pittsburgh Steelers, congratulations. You are 6-0 atop the AFC, and we'll drop down to 5-1, tied with a lot of other 5-1 teams. Kansas City Chiefs is really what I'm talking about, but we're tied with them. Season's far from over. It's regular season football. We will see these guys again. They showed a lot of the stuff that they want to do as a team. I think that we can put up a game plan for them moving forward. No need to worry at all. But again, the Steelers, really good team. We know that. Moving forward, we know that we can beat really good teams. We just, on by far our worst game played, we lost by a field goal. Just keep that in mind. Titans fans, Titans Nation, keep this in mind. The worst game that we ever played this season, we lost by a missed field goal. We're doing all right. So next week, totally different week. We'll move on. We'll go good. We get the Bengals. I think it's a good makeup game. Come out. Let's beat up on the Bengals and move forward in this and be 6-1. But right now, we'll have to eat this 5-1. Congratulations again, Pittsburgh Steelers and your fans. But we got to check out of here, man. I can't do this with this no more. I got to deal with this another time. Thanks again for tuning in on this episode of TitanUp Today. If you like this episode or any other episode in the past, click the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed just yet. Click the notifications bell if you haven't done that. Click the notifications bell to get notified next time I upload another episode of this great show, TitanUp Today. But until the next time, I have a question for you. Why tighten up tomorrow when you could tighten up today?